Dzień dobry. How are we all? Hello and welcome to another edition of Talking Out Loud with me, George Cressy. Thanks for stopping by, as ever. Here at Bankwood Bear, always loving having you on board, so thanks for tuning in. We'll cut to the chase. We're getting through them. We're on the warpath now. So this one, short and sharp, is recorded back in November, whilst on an excellent trip to the Kingdom of Belgium. After a few Belgian beers in the delightful town of Bruges, I'm joined by Craig Barrable and Adrian Estevez. Now you'll all know, obviously, Craig Barrable from episode 23, but Adrian is a brand spanking new guest. He's a Spanish chef from the region of Galicia, and I must say a natural when it comes to conversation. After a few minutes, we are also joined for another debut by Durrah and a Singaporese girl who is living in Ireland and is currently on a gap year with financial stability. And the idea for this podcast was to discuss drugs and essentially how they affect conscious states. Again, we're a couple of beers in at this stage, probably not the best time to get into this kind of conversation. However, we speak about sobriety and its benefits, and are about to get into the counter-argument before we're joined by Bart Simpson, a local Brusian who had been dropping eaves on our group in the pub before we hit the record button, and he offers some words of wisdom from his time working with tourists before finally capping off the podcast with some food for thought and essentially a philosophical mic drop for any budding dog walkers out there. Fortunately, we couldn't get further down the rabbit hole on these convos, but the 20 minutes we had were a hell of a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to doing a bit of a deeper debrief with both Durrah and Adrian in episodes to come, so do watch out for those. But as ever, just sit back, relax, grab a bottle of Erdinger, do what you need to do, and just enjoy this conversation from the Cafe Bistro Terrastia. Later! Hello, and welcome again to another edition of Talking Out Loud. But again, me, George Cressy. Unfortunately, still me. Still looking for people out there who want to host a podcast. If anyone out there wants to host, do get in touch. Contact me at bankwooodbear@gmail.com, or alternatively through the Facebook channels, or indeed on Twitter at Bankwood Bear. And that's enough of that for now. We are in Bruges. Guys, and we're with two good friends. So Craig, we already know from, I think it's probably going to be episode 24 potentially.
Yeah, how's it?
Craig Barrable.
Good to be back.
Good to see you
weird
again,
that
man.
we're still friends, but
It's been a while.
it's good to be back.
Yeah, so I mean, if you didn't enjoy that first conversation we had, then fingers crossed you enjoy this one. But do stick with Craig, because he's a good guy. So if you've judged him on that
mainly the first conversation was about the name of
it was, man.
and I think it's a great name.
I loved it, man. I really enjoyed that
I think
conversation.
overall it ended up
Yeah, well,
being
screw
pretty
you.
good.
Screw you if you didn't like us. Then
yeah,
why are you
fuck.
still listening?
Yeah,
You know? And at the same time, thank you for
because
listening.
this is a long way off.
Sure. And also, Adrian, welcome to the podcast.
Hello, thank you very much.
And his last name?
Adrian, if you'd like to introduce
Thanks.
yourself, just so full name,
name,
also where you're from, and a little bit about what you do.
Okay, my name is Adrian Fazans Estevez. I am Spanish chef, actually. And that's it. That's where I come from, and that's what I do. I cook, and I'm from Spain.
What's your best dish? What's your favourite dish
You
to cook
said
right
about this
now?
yesterday, yeah.
Because
Right
I'm
now,
from,
in the moment.
I'm from Galicia, which is a coast area in Spain, and we have very good seafood. And I would say that seafood is my best dish. Yeah. for
Paella?
sure.
Paella.
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 Paella, sorry.
That's paella.
Paella.
No, that's from Valencia. It's in the south.
Got you. So,
Yeah.
so what's no? It's ignorance more than me being a dick.
yeah.
But so,
Sorry.
what's your favourite seafood dish?
We
cook
have these
right now,
little crabs in Galicia we call necoras. They are like really tasty. They are the deal. They are for me, this is the most tasteful seafood I have ever tried. So
Whoosh.
Well, because of
that.
just because they're from there, or because
No, because
just
they
the
are
way they're
tasty.
cooked?
No, they're not. It's just boiled. It's seafood. You just
Oh, really?
only
Yeah.
need some seawater,
Mm.
mix it with normal water to reduce a little bit the saltiness, and then just boil it.
All right, nice.
Like really short
And that's it.
times. Yeah.
But surely
There's no
weird, I
science.
love-
It's just the product. It's,
the crabs, surely, maybe the crabs are happy. They're happy crabs.
I hope so.
Yeah, maybe the way they live, probably in the north of Spain.
I mean, not when they're dying, I guess.
No, sure. Now they're all they're dead, so we're eating them. But they're not happy now. Then
Because you are eating them.
they're eating them.
Okay.
But I think it's probably a bit too heavy for the whole. But it
Yeah,
sounds
yeah,
good.
yeah.
It
Sounds
great.
good. You have to try.
But
it.
what-
I'm
Yeah,
trying,
you have to
man.
try it.
I'm trying. We'll probably edit that a little bit.
What
out.
about calamari though? Because calamari. is
Calamari,
Durrah,
probably
we're
one of my
we have
recording a
really
podcast,
good
Durrah, so-
Yeah.
calamari.
Would you like to join?
Do you deep fry?
Yeah, I just
Or
want
do
to listen to
you?
what's going on.
Yeah, please.
We do stew it and
It's
deep
me.
fry it.
It's
Let's
me.
have a pause, and Durrah is
quick
in.
pause.
Oh,
Durrah,
sorry.
welcome.
It's me. I'm joining.
You have to introduce yourself.
Durrah, if you'd
Tell
like
us
to
something
introduce
about yourself.
yourself.
What is this? Oh,
Yeah,
it's
there's a
locked.
cable.
Wait, is Durrah been in one of your podcasts?
No, Durrah's never joined the podcast. So Durrah, if you'd like to just say a few words. Full name, where you're from, and what you do as a living.
How many times?
It's a living.
How do you survive?
My name is Durrah Takia. I am from Singapore, but I live in Ireland. I'm on a gap year with financial stability at the moment.
What's that mean?
It means I quit my job, I have
Oh, sorry.
savings,
Oh,
and I'm
cool.
doing fuck all.
That's awesome.
Well, you quit.
Yeah, 6 months ago.
That's really cool.
Wait, what is the topic today,
The
George?
topic today, we're 4 minutes in, is a little topic on drugs.
And its consumption.
Drugs, its consumption, and how that affects how
What
you
defines
feel
a drug? Or
during an evening out. So it's great contrast here. We've got people who don't do drugs at all. We've got people who do.
No, mom, I don't do drugs.
Okay, of course. So you've walked into this.
Sorry, Mum,
Durrah.
I do
You've
Sorry,
drugs.
walked into this
Mum.
absolutely blindly, and now look at you. So to start with, I think alcohol's a good drug to start with. As a 101.
Yeah, it's the most consumpted in the world
Yeah.
for sure.
Everyone knows alcohol.
Yeah.
I've tried it. Everyone here has tried alcohol. Fair to say?
No?
Nope. Let's say Durrah hasn't tried alcohol.
Actually, this is a very good topic, right? Like, because alcohol isn't accepted in certain cultures.
correct.
right?
More like religion, but yeah. I guess
Well,
culture
religion.
as well, yeah.
I don't think it's religious.
It's a
cultural.
cultural thing, though. Like
It's a cultural thing in Singapore, no? It's not just a
it is,
religious.
but everyone drinks. Even if you're religious, a lot of
Correct.
people still do it.
Everyone does.
Because I mean, if you think about it, when the Catholics, they're not really meant to drink
Drink wine
either. Yeah, but then on. it
That's true,
became,
actually, yeah.
You know,
on a Sunday.
yeah.
A cheeky sip of red wine.
Don't
yeah,
it-
Blood of
don't-
Christ.
It's okay.
I think it's interesting
Yeah.
how things can just slowly
Yeah.
devolve from yeah
Fade
yeah,
into
like,
normality.
But I mean, if you
like
think
how
about
now
it,
Christianity is very open to gay figures or gay people being
Because
involved
they
in
had
the church because
to. Because society demanded them.
yeah,
It
but that's
was
what I'm
not
saying. Like,
right
don't you
for them
think religions need to have a gap where they evolve into these?
Yeah, and they do.
and
We're
it-
seeing
yeah,
that in
generally,
Christianity.
for
Yeah,
most
we
they
are.
do.
We are.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Maybe
yeah.
it needs to be a bit quicker than
I
the
don't think.
way religions
I
are
think-
doing it so far.
I think it has to be quicker. It just needs to be.
Sure.
It's hard
I-
now because.
It is tricky. It is tricky. I mean,
it-
what we should say at this point, I mean, we've had a couple of beers.
But,
yeah,
okay,
please.
but if you take
Please point
religion
that out.
of it, isn't like, you know, maybe in the past alcohol wasn't very, you know, it wasn't out in the open, it wasn't very accepted like drugs.
Very true. Yeah.
And then now
I
alcohol
mean, it used to be
is-
illegal, right?
Yeah, and then drugs are slowly becoming legalized, like in Canada and all. It's not just for medicinal
Cannabis.
use, you know, it's just,
Recreated.
yeah, but it starts from there, and then who knows, in like 50 years, it would just be really, really
part
normal.
of the normal-
Yeah, everyone does it, and, you know, bars start selling there.
All right, let's
Of
stop
course.
talking about personal experiences with these things then, right? Shall we?
Okay, yeah, we can jump straight into personal, career-ending.
I mean, that's
stories.
all we have. As
Agreed.
we
I
only
love
have our own
it.
perspective.
We only
So
have our
like
own
to try
experience, but I
to.
agree with you.
How did
Your
we come
point.
into the conversation listening about calamari rings and then suddenly we
Um,
are on...
yeah, so
Yeah,
I mean,
we
the
always
prin-
had the objective of
us
going
three,
into.
us three had a principle for this podcast just to be around, you know,
And it's perfect
our
now because
experiences with drugs and how they affect our conscious state when we go into evenings out and things like
Oh.
that. So exactly. So it was a heavy topic,
Okay.
and then you came in, and then it was like calamari and sunshine, and they were like, "Oh, hang on, we got a wild card."
drift.
It's like a wild card entered the topic,
So I didn't mean to drift.
and now we've got to kind of adapt to that. And that's cool. I love adapting.
Okay,
So what-
go
Oh,
for
if
it.
I'm doing nothing.
What would you
it's
say,
adapting.
Durrah? Like
So
from a
thank you,
personal
Durrah, for
perspective, what do you think? Like so, from your upbringing and everything, like what do you think of like
Oh,
of
well,
drugs, like taking drugs or things like
I
that?
mean,
Like,
I've always
do you
been
think?
We're
told
recording a
it's
podcast.
bad, it's not good for you, it alters your mind, but I think at the end of the day, it's do whatever you want, just do it responsibly.
Difficult.
Just don't
Yeah, that's
annoy
like
other
that.
people, don't murder people.
But-
I mean, just do it responsibly and just have your limits, I think.
But what I know from you is like you don't need any of this stuff because you just as fun, not
Exactly.
drinking or
Yeah,
not
yeah,
doing
yeah.
anything.
But
it's just-
not everybody is like that. I think I was just forced into an environment like
Oh, I think it's just your personality, you know.
Yeah, but also I felt like I was forced into it. So I moved to England,
Oh,
had
yeah,
no
sorry.
friends, realized I had to go out.
Yeah, no, by the
But
way.
I was like, how do I go out
Please
if I
don't
don't
punch.
do anything everybody else does? And I
Oh
was
shit,
like,
Paul, you're involved.
just go out, meet people, and just be honest.
Very nice.
And it worked out for me, but I'm not saying,
No.
but it is a personality thing. But I don't think it will work out for anybody. Like not for everyone, because some people are just really
because
awkward.
everyone's got their own different environment that they grow
Yeah.
up in.
And
So,
then,
so I think if everyone grew up in a sober environment, it'd be a different scenario.
yeah.
But
But
not everyone does. Like I grew up in quite a drunken environment, which is Britain. Which is, as a culture, it's quite like, oh, you get to 16, you get to drink. Hey, we all get to drink, and then we become ourselves.
Yeah.
Whereas in,
No,
I think
but
in
not-
Asian
do we?
cultures, it's a lot more like, no, you can be
Yeah.
yourself however you want to be. You don't have to have X or Y to be yourself. Like so sobriety for me is the best thing. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah, like-
denying that. Like I think if I can be everything I want to be and sober, fucking sweet. That is the pinnacle.
Plus
However,
financial stability.
of course,
Think about it, guys.
All makes
Save
sense.
a lot of
It all
money.
makes
People are like,
sense. It
oh,
all
you can
makes
travel
sense.
so much, and I'm like, I don't spend money on beers
Smart.
or cigarettes.
No, you're
or...
you're the smartest of everyone here, Durrah. I don't
And
know
I
why
don't,
you.
But-
I,
so
you are the
I don't
smartest
eat
one
that
here.
much either.
If I can counter now with the drug arguments, because I think that's
Please.
the point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes,
Oh, no, it's
Oh,
just a
no, feel
podcast.
free,
Go
feel free.
on.
sometimes with drugs you do.
Sorry, I've been to Malaysia a few weeks ago.
Oh.
So we're recording a podcast. We're
You wanna
recording
come
a conversation.
No, I've been to Malaysia a few weeks ago,
Huh?
Mhm.
and you're talking about now the British style,
Huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
and the difference between her style.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the clever guy, you know.
No, please.
We need a clever
We
guy.
need clever guys.
No. Anyway, maybe more wise guy.
Nice. A wise is amazing.
Yeah,
it's
that's
better than clever.
yeah.
and the thing is, we were there for me and my wife for about 4 weeks, whatever.
Mm.
And when we came back, I have a shop, and I opened the first day after 4 weeks my shop. And the first client that came in, for me it was like a necessity from the war, you know. And the meaning of you were 4 weeks in an environment
Yeah.
like she is. And what you're trying to say is,
Sure.
I heard you.
Yeah.
You're one of the she,
Huh?
and the opposite of all the rest.
Sure. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
and,
sure.
And that's what I'm trying to say.
Nice, man.
Asiatic people don't think about in the way of their self.
Mm.
They think about
The whole.
the whole
Nice.
thing.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. I
interesting.
think, yeah. No,
Sorry to.
no. Thank you. Thank
More
you.
That was very wise.
It's awesome.
More
No,
community.
So
than-
you're saying like
than
as community.
I don't say that British is bad. That,
No.
No.
Agreed. Agreed.
Everybody has his own.
But
culture.
you have a point though. You have a point
No.
where you're saying
But
they're more
No.
community
Yeah.
generally, as a
Fine and
culture,
ready.
they're more
Yeah.
open than
And
the British culture.
because they
Yeah,
have.
nice.
And what she said, I heard it also.
Nice.
Yeah,
You're good.
and
You're
Asiatic region.
Uh-huh.
When you make the difference there and here, there they have to work mostly
Huh?
12 hours a day to get something.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, we work 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 hours a day,
Yeah.
but we have much more. But
Yeah.
Are we?
there it's much cheaper in the way of it's cheaper living.
Sure.
And here, when we buy something here,
Yeah.
we
We have to earn it to buy it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have to
yeah.
work for it.
Sure.
There you have to work for it also.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
if you're more let's say more clever, there you're gonna
Yeah.
get much more than
It's
here.
inside.
Very nice, man.
This is like
I
Tim
agree.
Ferriss, right?
Thank you. Man. What was your name? What was your name?
Bart, well, whatever. Bart Simpson, you know what Bart?
Bart. Oh, come on, man.
Bart
My name is
Simpson.
Bart Simpson. I love you, Bart. Thank you, man.
Thank you for the
that. It's
conversation.
amazing.
You are, that was awesome. Like, it's so true, though. I genuinely think that.
I
For
like to
anyone
suck
else
my,
who just
you know,
joined.
What have I just missed? Can you catch
I
me?
got you.
no,
We are recording.
I think you
the
just
podcast.
totally countered my point.
so
by
we're-
making it.
Yeah.
Really
We're-
good.
We already
Shit.
here when you came in, and after 10 minutes, I heard you talking behind my back in a group,
Hmm?
and I said directly to myself, "Those are good guys."
Oh,
You
beautiful.
know, I'm not trying to.
It's
to-
just we're
to-
trying-
No, man.
to,
I appreciate that. No,
But like you,
I
we're trying to understand, right? We're not trying to define
There you
something.
go,
We're trying
there
to.
you Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, man.
For everyone who's
bless
just
you.
catching up, we're
Well,
talking about drugs.
We started off
I'm
talking.
going to give you one more example, and then I'm going to stop. And then
Please,
I'm gonna
please,
say-
please.
Please, yeah,
Can
go
you
on.
come a little closer? Purely because people might not even
No,
fucking hear you, and
in-
people
in-
are
in the
annoyed
way
now.
of, in the way of there was someone, a Belgian guy who is in the European
just,
community
setting up.
there in Brussels.
Oh shit.
And he there was after a few months ago,
I need my wallet.
Zuckerberg from Facebook had to come to Brussels to why and whatever in the way of privacy, you know, and that man said to him, you made something exclusive, whatever, you know, Facebook, whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, but on the other side, you made something. Nobody communicates no more.
Yeah. So
In the way of people don't talk anymore. And now I'm gonna give you just a little example, and then I'm gone. Then
No,
I'm
please,
going
please,
inside.
please.
Yeah,
Give us the example.
Two young, very beautiful young ladies like this young lady,
Very
whatever,
nice.
came in my shop. I'm a talker.
Ah,
I talk.
Amen.
I don't stop. Amen.
yeah.
Whatever.
go on, Bart.
And no, I'm not trying to brag with myself. Or
No, I'm a
it's
talker.
good, it's
I'm a
good.
I'm
talker,
just
man.
giving you an
I'm a
example.
talker.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm showing. I'm doing all my stuff
Sure.
and all the shop and
Blah,
whatever,
blah, blah,
you
blah,
know. But talk.
yeah.
So they bought not much, whatever.
Yep.
So but at the end, the two young ladies said, "You're a terrific guy."
Oh,
They
beautiful.
were from London.
Ah.
Why did they say that? Because they said me why. In the morning we go to work and the tube,
Yep.
you know, in the tube,
Yep.
everybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. On their phones.
At the end of the day, and the tube.
Yeah.
More fun.
Me too. Me too.
Sorry, yeah, well, okay,
Yeah.
well, sorry.
No. At
He
work
agrees,
times,
he's
I
agreed.
agree. It's
So
normal.
in the way of, there's no more communication.
Yeah.
So what you're doing now
It's precious.
is the
Important.
answer to you just sent me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a good guy.
Oh, bless you, man. It's true, though, eh?
But wait,
Communication
before
is
you
good.
leave, like, so what I find strange, right? You take your
Yeah.
dog for a walk, and
ta-
your
yeah.
dogs communicate better than when the two
Yeah.
humans
Yeah.
walking the dog.
Yeah.
They're like,
Very nice.
You just made it fun.
and you're like, why? We can
Just
talk
made it
better,
fun.
but the dogs are doing
Now
a
I'm
better
gonna
job.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you
You
something
know?
more. I'm gonna tell you. You're a young guy. You're a young
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
I'm an old. Whatever.
Bart
You go-
Simpson.
let's say now you have a dog and I have a dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
No. Let me explain, please.
Yeah,
Please,
sure.
please.
You go out. You go out with your dog. Take a
Yeah.
walk.
My dog's
He has to
crazy.
do a pee or a shit, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But who is interesting? You, your dog, or you and your dog?
Ooh.
Think about that.
Oh.
Think about that.
I like it, yeah.
I'm
yeah.
gonna end. I'm gonna end the
Just you bond with
podcast.
your
Because
dog.
you just said, my dog.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree, yeah. Not always, but
Because
a lot of the
he
time.
he wants to have a communication. If you and another person comes with his dog or her dog or whatever.
Yeah.
They want to have a they want
Yeah,
to
they're
talk.
trying to
when-
chat. They're trying to
when
get
you-
on. They're
Yeah.
trying to fucking
Yeah,
make a
that's it,
relationship.
That's it.
And it's not just
and the pause of
vocal.
the dog, oh, let's go further.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry,
don't
man.
go further. Come to each other.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
That's
yeah.
so cool.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
yeah, for sure.
Thanks
Right,
for
well-
having me on.
Not at all.
Richard.
Thank you, Bart. No, thank you, dude. That was awesome. Right, a pleasure, Adrian.
Okay.
Is it
See you later,
finished?
guys.
Bye.
See you, yeah, I think so. But that's a nice 20-minute little pod.
Yeah.
That ended on a banging note. Enjoy that one. Bankwood Bear Productions.
Cheap and chill.